I am the least tech person you would ever meet. Like I can barely use my phone, okay? So from time I can build a whole website by myself, then you should know that Shopify is the GOAT. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Michelle Asari here. If you are new to my channel, I talk about business related content. I have got a clothing brand called Sincerely Nude, and I have been in business now for almost 3 years. Now, if you are actually used to seeing me, I look really different, I know. I've just come back from Ghana and got my hair did. You like it? Yeah. Oh, I am literally depressed because I want to go back to Ghana like yesterday. But obviously I have got a business, so I have to come back and sort stuff out. So I'm back here, yay. I literally want to go back to Ghana so bad. But anyways, we're not here for that. By the way, 92% of you that are watching my videos are not subscribed. You're watching for free. Subscribe, okay? Subscribe. Thank you. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, do it now. Yep, right now. Yep. Thank you. Appreciate that. I basically get quite a few questions about how to start a business and how I started my business. So I just wanted to come here and just tell you like 5 key things that I did when starting a clothing brand. It can be very daunting and scary, but when you break things down, it can be a little bit easier for you just to work through the craziness. So I'm just gonna start talking about that. So the first thing you have to do is research, and then research some more. You will never do enough research, trust me, because even now I am still researching. It is an ongoing thing, and you always need to know exactly what you're gonna be getting yourself into, so you must research. Now there are plenty ways in researching. There are Google Trends, okay? So if you have a particular niche you want to be into, Google how trendy that is right now. YouTube videos, there are a lot of YouTube videos that I watched to help me figure out what I wanted to do and if this business thing is for me, and if what I wanted to do was going to be a viable business and a business that would make sense. So use YouTube as well to research, and also even just asking questions. So you can ask Google, how do I start a clothing brand? How do I start a jewelry brand? How do I start a shoe brand? Google it. It is in Google, so you will find it. Just Google it. Even before I started, I used YouTube to research. So what I would do, I remember I watched a BuzzFeed video, and it had like 5 black women trying on nude clothing, and just seeing their reactions to how everything that they were trying on was beige and just not their skin tone and just not something that was for them. I knew that there was a gap in the market, and I wanted to create this brand that would solve that problem. So also, if you need any more information about the do's and don'ts of starting a business, I have got a YouTube video that I filmed a few months ago, so just search that up and watch that, just to like know the do's and don'ts of starting a business and everything in between. So please research, because that's very important. So the next thing is finding a niche. I personally think it makes the journey a lot easier. Well, it helps it to be a little bit less stressful. Because sorry, because if you have a niche, you can focus on that one thing. Because having a business, you get so distracted by the noise from what she's doing, what they're doing, what's happening, what's on trend, what's popular, what's this, what's that, that you can become so sidetracked, and you would want to like do everything that everyone's doing. And really and truly, what makes your business stand out is that it is different. So I would say find a niche. If you like neutral colors, do a clothing brand with neutral colors, a lot of whites, blacks, grays, beiges, khakis, you know, just pick a few colors to start, and don't try and do everything, you know, because you will get overwhelmed and burned out. So I would say find a niche. Then obviously with that niche, you will need to find a name. Now, choosing your name for your brand is very important. You have to make sure that is a name that is different. You have to make sure that is a name that is also available. The last thing you want to do is start your business, find a name that you love, start branding and everything, and then you realize that it's already been trademarked by somebody else like last year. Make sure that your name is available. You can go onto Companies House to check that that name is available, so that's very vital. And then you will have to check on Instagram to make sure that it's not been taken as well. Do you know what I mean? So, but Companies House, if you're here in the UK, Companies House is like for you. You have to check out your name to make sure that it has not been taken already, or you will cry. So my name, Sincerely Nude, came to me after months of trying out different names. I had Shy Girl as as one of my names. Don't ask me why Shy Girl, okay? And then I had like a French way of saying nude, and I was like, no. So I think one day I was just writing an email, and then I was like, Sincerely Michelle, and I was like, Sincerely Nude. Sincerely Nude. It means like, yes, I am here, I'm in your face, I'm unapologetically nude, I'm in my skin, this is my skin tone and I'm beautiful. I was like, oh, Sincerely Nude. So literally I fell in love with the name, and then I told a few of like my friends and family just to see what they would think of it, and they all loved it. And previous names that I had told them, they were like, nah, not Shy Girls. Make sure that your name stands out and that is unique for what you want to do and for your brand. So after you check on Companies House and you make sure that the name is available, I would advise you to buy your domain. I bought mine from GoDaddy, I believe, initially when I started. Yes, I bought mine from GoDaddy, and it was 99p. And I think because of the name, like it wasn't anything that somebody wanted, so it was really cheap. So it was 99p for 1 year. So I paid for sincerelynude.com and paid for .co.uk for a year, just so that nobody could, you know, steal that name from me. So I would advise you to do that. It's very cheap. So if you love that name and if that is the name that you want to use for your business, I would say do that. Then you could do this a bit later, but you should think about having your own personal email. Sorry, as I was saying before my camera died, I was saying that you should have your own domain email and not use a host like Google or Gmail. I just personally think it's more professional to have your own private email. You should think to buy your own email eventually. Starting off is okay, but eventually you would need to have your own personal email. Then you would want to create your own logo. So for example, for a clothing brand, you would want something that is very simple. Okay, don't be like me. Okay, don't be like me. I have 5 different colors in my logo. Ugh. Who asked me? I don't know. So sometimes when I want to like do like a printed anything, like a printed bag or something, it's just a no, too expensive. So I would say just use 2 colors maximum, maybe like black and pink or blue and white or something. Like don't be doing 4 different shades of skin tone and then black. That's just going to be a headache for you in future. So make sure you have a simple logo, and you can create your own logo. You don't necessarily have to pay for anyone to do it for you. You can use Canva. It's very good, and you can literally create a really nice logo from that. If you're not really tech savvy and you can't be bothered, you know, if you're lazy, no, I'm joking, but you can pay someone on Fiverr to do it for you for a $5. It's pretty cheap. Or you can get a graphic designer to do it for you. But honestly, you can just do it yourself. But I will go with Fiverr.com. It's a lot cheaper than hiring for a graphic designer who probably would charge you maybe like £50. So just do it on Fiverr. It's cheaper. So now we have researched our business. We know exactly what we want to do, what we have to do, and what we should not do. And we have niched down, and we know exactly the products we want to sell and who is our target audience. And we have checked that our business name is available on Companies House and have a logo and everything. Now the next thing is number 3, which is branding your business on social media. Now this is very important. Now, I don't care if you don't want to start your business this year. You want to do it 2022. Start branding it from now. Literally, because you'll close your eyes and it's 2022 and you'll be like, oh, trust me. Instagram is amazing. You should start posting pictures. If you scroll down on my page on Instagram, by the way, if you're not following us on Instagram, you should be following us and supporting, okay? So on Sincerely Nude, if you scroll all the way down to up till the beginning of 2016, I was a nude clothing inspiration page. Literally, I had no product, I had nothing to sell. I used to literally take inspiration from brands, or even if it's like interior design, things of like the nude earth tone colors that I liked, and would post it on my page. So it was obviously more clothing because I wanted to attract people that liked nude colors. So I would get followers on a weekly basis. Like when I started Sincerely Nude, the clothing brand, I had over 1,000 followers on Instagram. Now my only regret was that I didn't document what I was doing when I was doing it. Even though I had an audience of people that were going to support because they liked, you know, browns and earth tones, I kind of wish I kept them in the loop of what I was doing months before I launched, so that it built up that hype. So I would advise anybody, if you're starting a business, even if you don't have a single product yet, just start marketing yourself and start putting it out there. I know the whole notion of like build quietly and then come out with a bang, you know, like build silently so that the evil eye people don't, you know, block my blessing. Listen, stop it. To a certain extent, I agree. I am a person that I like to also move silently, and then after it's done, I'm like, yes, bish, you know. But it's not necessary in terms of if you're trying to attract certain people onto your brand. Now, I would advise you to just show them what you're doing, your plans, ask them questions. Genuine people like to see the growth and like to see people starting up, and find it very inspiring and intriguing, and even because of that they might even support and buy something because they've seen you take it from a dream to a, you know, an actual product. So I would advise you to definitely start your socials. Now, let me tell you something about TikTok. Yeah, there is a small business TikTok family. Okay, TikTok is a different kind of love. You need to have a TikTok for your business. Trust me, they love to support small businesses, and literally you just showing them what you're doing, how you're starting, you can get so much love from that, that as soon as you launch, people are already waiting to buy something. So I would say TikTok. Okay, I'm trying to even post more on TikTok now, but even like the few posts that I've had so much support. So TikTok is amazing. I would say TikTok and Instagram are the two socials that you should start with if you don't want to like be on everything yet. So those two are very, very, very good. So that's what you need to do, girl. Oh boy. So number 4 is you are going to now be finding your manufacturer and ordering samples. Now, make sure you order samples before you put in a bulk order. Do not, I repeat, do not buy hundreds from them without knowing the quality and everything, because you might literally give up before you even start. If you choose to do a custom clothing brand, then you're gonna obviously need samples as well. So make sure that you have the right sketches, tech packs, and the right sizes and everything for your manufacturer to make the samples for you. So make sure you sample before you are sampled out, before you put in that big order. Trust me, you don't want to make that mistake and waste your money and your time. So make sure you do that. I did a video on finding UK manufacturers, so if you're interested in that video, I'm gonna put it down in the description bar for you. Check it out, you know, it could be helpful. This one is so important, and I've made so many mistakes in this. You need to research your costings. Ooh, child, like I feel like I'm still making mistakes when it comes to this. It's such a hit and miss, but you need to really research your costings. So for example, hypothetically, let's say you're gonna spend £1,000 for your samples to be shipped from China or something. Yeah, you basically would need to mark up by 2 or 3. Okay, it depends on what your profit margin is. There are some people who mark up by 5. Okay, listen, there is no shame in their game. All right, it's up to you how much you want to mark up your products. But what some people forget, and I've been that person, sometimes we forget to add, you know, what we have spent our time. You know, our time it costs as well. Your bags. So if you used poly bags, compliment slips, stickers, all of that, and the shipping costs that it costs for the garments to come, all of that needs to be added, and your taxes. And let's not forget the transaction fees that comes with it. Sometimes it's like 2%, 3%. All of that needs to go into your costing. So Charlie, just make sure you are charging correctly and that you don't get, you know, get played. And then also consider if you're gonna maybe do like a 10% off or a 20% off, all of that will come off the cost. So you need to make sure that at the end of the day there is a profit. Profit, profit, profit. That is the most important thing. If you're not making a profit, then what is the point of being in business? You have to make a profit. So make sure you research and you count every single penny. So the last tip, which is number 5, which is going to be basically you're going to set up your store. Setting up your store is very important. I use Shopify, and personally I have not tried any other website host, so I cannot give you advice. It's only the one that I know. And I remember when starting my business, I was like, if Kylie Jenner uses Shopify, I will also use Shopify, okay? I think it's the best personally, but hey, I'm biased, yeah? So it's very easy to use and it's user friendly, because I am the least tech person you would ever meet. Like I could barely use my phone, okay? So from time I can build a whole website by myself, then you should know that Shopify is the GOAT. I still use a free theme. They have amazing templates on there that can suit anyone's store, and you can build it just as how you want to build it. It can be very simple or it can be very, you know, extravagant. They obviously have themes you have to pay for as well, so it's really up to you. The starting cost is $29 a month, or if you pay up front the whole year, I think it's a lot less. Again, it's up to you and your budget. Make sure that your website is user friendly so that people can find your items easy, so that it can convert easy for you as well. The last thing you want to have is for people to come onto your website and don't know how to use it. So also set up a email capturing program. There's a way that if you go onto your website on Shopify, that you are able to close the website and just be able to capture emails. So for example, like it would say, hi, welcome to Sincerely Nude. We are going to be opened from the 10th of June. Please sign up for our newsletter to be informed after we launch. Just so that people that are interested in your brand would sign up, so that you can capture those emails, so that you can email them, you know, your launch dates, your sales, if you have an events, promotions, whatever you're doing. Emails, guys, the power of email marketing is very strong. So make sure you have that set up. And if you want as well, after you launch, you can have a pop-up screen that says, for example, again, get 10% off your first order, and all they have to do is put in their email. Then you would email them like the code, and you would have their email basically, so that you can always retarget and market back to them. That is it for this video, guys. I hope it was helpful in some way. Starting a business does not have to be crazy or daunting. Well, it is a little bit, but still, just, you know, do these 5 simple tips and see if that makes life a little bit more simpler for you. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below. I hope you have liked this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel, as it helps with my engagement. I appreciate all the support and all the love, and don't forget to turn on your notification bells so that you will be notified every time I post a new video. And check out my brand sincerelynude.com for all your nude inspiration and your desires. Okay, no, but just check out my brand, okay? You'll love it. And that is it for this video. I will see you guys next week. Have a lovely week and take care of yourself and stay safe. Bye.